twisting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You are tuned into my weekly talk radio TV show called Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa every Tuesday at naturally high noon here out of the Sunset Gower Studios in Hollywood, California with, United Broadcasting Network. And then every Saturday on my CNBC, NBC News Radio channel, KCAA, 10 AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and everywhere that iHeartRadio is playing. And this is a show about hope and happiness. Therefore, there's no gossip, no scandal, and no K words at all. No Kardashian talk, because I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. So I have topics and guests to that end. If you missed any of my past fabulous shows, from New York Times bestselling author Neil Donald Walsh to Marianne Williamson to Marianne from Gilligan's Island, Don Wells, Potsy from Happy Days, Anson Williams, Corey Feldman from Stand By Me and Gremlins, and Muhammad Ali's daughter, Layla Ali. You can get all of those past shows on my YouTube channel, so go there, subscribe for free. And while you're there, you can see my red carpet interviews with John Travolta, Halle Berry, Quincy Jones, and more. So you are tuned in to Hope and Happiness. And I want to give a peace in, peace out shout out to all the fabulous folks I met this great fullness week, literally and figuratively. Happy Thanksgiving past, and the fabulous stuffing of food and love. I was in San Francisco, as you all know, that follow my wall, and met my amazing UC Davis, beautiful inside and out daughter, my fabulous niece, and my favorite boyfriend of hers. And then an excellent customer service shout out to Delta Airlines. Once again, fabulous journey. And I even forgot my jacket on board. And so I'm giving an excellent customer service to the TSA at LAX, who were very helpful. And now let me introduce you to my very esteemed guests here in studio today. First is Eric Tippett, co-founder of NASGO, blockchain internet application platform from Orange County, California. With his co-founder, Steve Chang, they've sold a combined sum of more than $3 billion for the companies they've worked with so far. Eric is the author of a financial self-help book, To the Top, Simple Everyday Steps to Succeed Financially, and has built relationships with Fortune 500 companies such as 3M, Procter & Gamble, Boeing, HP, and many others, and has appeared on a plethora, I use that word, I love that word, of financial shows such as Fox Business News, and has provided consumer alerts on multiple of the national channels, CBS, ABC, and NBC. And last but not least, Jaafar Jackson is a rising star, singer, songwriter, and entertainer, second youngest son to legendary singer, songwriter, and producer Jermaine Jackson, and nephew to the king of pop, Michael Jackson. As a young child, Jaafar had aspirations of being a professional golfer. However, having grown up surrounded by a family of iconic entertainers in Encino, California, his entire life, it was only natural that Jaafar followed suit. Beginning his musical career at the tender age of 12, Jaafar is well versed in playing the piano. I didn't know that. And has developed a slew of techniques and a wealth of knowledge in music and artistry. With dreams of traveling to Paris and collaborating with renowned producer Rick Rubin, Jaafar's limitless tenor voice, captivating swagger, and magnetic pop and R&B vibe are sure to lead him to influence people of all demographics, and he has my vote. He wants to be remembered, and this is my favorite part, as an artist who makes great music by telling stories, all the while inspiring people to be themselves. Please welcome to my studio, Jaafar Jackson and Eric Tippett.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I am.
I want to get back to that swagger.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Unstoppable swagger.
There was a little swagger. You're definitely not overdone, but I'm so happy to have you here.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, I just fell in love with you on the red carpet. It was just an instantaneous thing. I was grateful that I was first on that long carpet, and I think we connected. Yeah, because I know that you don't always say yes. So when I asked, I was very happy that you said yes, and I just know, like, I feel so many wonderful things coming for you that are already in the pipeline, and all your dreams are going to come true, and you do embody that spirit of love through song, and you haven't got any of that cynical, who do you think you are at all, and I hope it never comes. So that's my blessing from me to you.
Thank you so much.
And I just love that. I just love that.
Thank you.
So we're here. Well, you've got this giant fan club. I've never been quite so supported by a fan club. I think the day after I posted from the Dolby Theater, I got this, oh, can we, tag the photo and can we highlight you? I'm like, yeah. Oh, wow. And then we were all over the place and thousands of views. So I hope you know that you're very well loved. I think you know that, right?
I've seen a few of the fan pages, and it makes me really happy that they're getting involved. And the more I put and share my music, the more excited they get. So I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, beautiful. So I want you to tell the story that you told me on the red carpet. I asked you, did you start singing like out of the birth canal, or
no?
As a Jackson?
A lot of people think and thought I had been singing all my life, but I was into golf until 12 or 13, and I never pictured myself singing being an artist. I was going to the golf course at least 4 to 5 times a week with a golf teacher, and training and practicing all the time. I did a few golf tournaments with my dad, and it was very exciting. I had a great time. And then my dad gave my little brother and I a song called Touch by the Jackson 5 to practice. I practiced for about a week with him, and then I was so scared. I had to sing it in front of him, and I've never been so scared. So we did that, and he saw potential in both of our voices. So he started taking us to the studio and teaching us a few techniques that he was taught as a child. And then I found a love for music. He opened the door to show me that new passion. But I feel like it was always there, but I never, tried to do it on my own.
Right.
He opened the door for it. So I'm very blessed and happy that he did that.
That's so awesome.
So it was never forced upon me.
That was my next question. So, but why were you afraid to do that in front of him?
Because, no, I'm still afraid to. When I did my first show, it was somewhere in the Netherlands. I was very scared to sing on stage. We sang a Christmas song on stage.
Oh.
But when I did the show at the Dolby by myself, he wasn't there, so I wasn't as scared.
Interesting.
I wasn't nervous.
Is it because he's an amazing singer, and so
Well, he's very he always wants me to do my best, so he makes sure he's just there.
So the perfectionist.
Top of the game.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I understand that.
He's very honest.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy. I like honesty.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, you have nothing to be afraid of. So
Thank you.
You have like natural stuff going on.
For
sure. Because
It's
it's like that. People go, oh, well, you're a Jackson, right? So of course you're going to be able to sing, and you have all this. But I was thinking about that the other day, that there's benefits and there's consequences, right? There's a lot of pluses, but then there could be potentially, that fear factor, or, being compared, or who do you think you are, and who are you trying to be? And you want to be yourself. And at the same time, your uncle was the biggest the king of pop, as they call it. Did you have a relationship with him?
Yeah, growing up, we'd always the whole family go down to Neverland and spend holidays there and all get together. Had a lot
Yeah.
of great times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss him?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Feelings when you found out
I found out about what?
when he died or transitioned, I should say.
It was very, very tough.
Mm,
Yeah, I can't even put my mind back
to
to
that.
how I felt that.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm one that believes that life is eternal. And so I, without sounding too woo woo, when you started singing, like I felt like it was more than you. So I think he's absolutely nodding.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
being there. So I don't want to leave Eric out, but his fans are like,
I'm enjoying this. That for us, that was one of the most pleasurable, really connections, because of how authentic Jaafar really is. Like you're saying, I mean, when you meet him, it's the real deal.
Yeah.
This is who he is. Whether we're here or he's on the golf course and we're playing golf and just getting to know each other. This is a person that this is his soul, who he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I feel like that comes out in his music. Every time I hear that, I hear this innocence that is very tough to have that when you've got such standards of being held at that level. I feel like it would be more tough because you're being compared all the time. And I feel like he's who he is, and he's got his own personality, his own being, his own style. And for us, we're super excited to be along his journey with him.
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah. So let's talk about that for a bit. So the traditional way of musicians making it, yes, is to sign with a big record label. They kind of tell you what to wear, how to develop, what songs to sing. You have a producer, you have a manager. That's the traditional way, right? And one of the things that technology has helped and hurt is the musician's ability to get money energy, right? Napster, all the ways in which we can get music for free that we don't understand. It actually hurts the artist. So then in comes White Knight, Eric Tippett, who is co-founder of Disruptive. I've never heard disruptive used in such a positive way, I have to say, until this last year.
And you know what? I would almost, it's funny. I had this debate with somebody. They were talking disruptive. I'd almost call it a realignment, a reorganization.
I like that.
It isn't, I don't want to go in. There's not a negative. I'm trying to go in. I'm trying to realign people to be more in sync.
Yes.
With what they're doing.
Yes. But at the same time, there is a disruptive in a good way, because some things need to be disruptive. Some things that aren't going well or are not fair need to be disrupted. Next week, I have Joby Weeks on the show, who told me he actually has had some conversation with you. Yeah. And this whole, we're being given an opportunity to right things that have gotten unaligned, or realign things that have gotten unaligned.
It takes a pattern break. That's what I think is, we're so busy playing the busy game that we all just keep going, and it takes somebody to create a pattern break in your mind that you start to look and say, wow, I never realized there might be a different way. Why don't we maybe explore that a little bit further?
Yeah.
And I think that's what's fun for us, to start to create those pattern breaks in people's minds, that maybe legacy systems, with technology and with, education and knowledge and things that we know today, that, why are we not taking a look and asking questions on every which system, how we can make it better and more aligned.
Absolutely. And if you're wondering who I have in my studio today, you are listening to Eric Tippett, who just spoke, who is the co-founder of NASGO, a realigning technology that helps artists get more money energy in the place that that deserves it, really. And then the beautiful inside and out Jaafar Jackson, who
Thank
is
you.
my very special guest today, son of Jermaine Jackson, second youngest son. I was corrected by Jackson Source, and the nephew of our King of Pop, Michael Jackson. And we're going to go to play a little bit of where I first met Jaafar and where Eric got on stage and finally got me to understand and come out of my cryptic currency into cryptocurrency, and a little bit of Jaafar's introduction.
I'd like to thank Eric Tippett, John Lynch, and the whole NASDAQ Nation for making this night happen. It really means a lot. I'm very thankful and happy to be part of history.
Yeah.
This next song I'm going to sing is called Hurricane. Crowded room, but I'm alone. Not in the mood for conversation. Not being rude unless she's gone. I find it hard to be patient, even though I know that she's so far away. If I spoke to her, I'd notice what she'd say. There's nothing you can do to keep my love from you. Baby, they can tear this love apart. I spent so much time with you healing.
Sorry for that abrupt ending, but if we played anymore, I'd get complaints that I wasn't talking to you, and they could watch that later. So I did want to give you a taste of that voice. So how do you write music? I mean, you're a songwriter too. How does that happen for you?
When writing,
Yeah.
I usually start at the piano. I
Mhm.
learn how to play the piano to write. So I love
Oh, you
just sitting
did?
down.
Okay.
Yeah, and just whatever comes to my mind, just play chords and then
Mhm.
come up with melodies. And then whatever I'm feeling that day, figure out the subject and
Yeah.
start writing.
Yeah.
That's how I usually start.
Now you're so old, right? You're sarcasm is another service I offer. He's like, what? How young are you?
22.
22.
Yeah.
So people will say, how can you write? You haven't really even lived, right?
Yeah.
That phrase, although you do look younger than 22, I have to say.
Thank you.
I thought you were like 14. No, I'm just kidding. 18.
18,
Sweet
okay.
18.
That's good.
There you go. So what you're feeling that day. So what would you say your genre of writing is?
As far as topics?
Yeah.
I love telling stories, so it could be even fictional or be stories that I've experienced growing up.
Mhm.
It could be relationships. So a
The
lot
big
of-
R.
Yeah. A lot of the writing has to do with
Have you fallen in love yet?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
All the fans, all the women in the fan audience just went, that's okay. He's only 22. You never know, right? Can we talk about what her name is?
Yeah, her name is Maddie. Yeah.
Maddie. And
Yeah.
how did you meet Maddie?
I met her through a producer because she does music as well.
Oh, she's a singer.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Have you tried to collaborate anything?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
We met through the producer, and then she does her own thing. I do my own thing.
Okay.
I'm sure one day
It might
it'll
happen.
Yeah.
I'm not even going there. So let's go back to the day that you met Eric. So how did that happen? So your father, I'm sure, seeing the potential, he has connections, right? He was married to Berry Gordy's daughter,
Mhm.
right? And so that relationship and all of the connections, how did this happen?
It was actually through a girl that one of my partners had met, and huge in the social impact world. And that's
Influencer.
and that's something that NASGO were super passionate about. And she said, in the musician arena, I think this would be a great place if you're about social impact. I'd like to connect you up with somebody that's something that they're passionate about. And so we actually met, had lunch, and it was really a very informal of just, talking about what Jaafar's up to, what Jimmy and the producers, and then what we're up to.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of a funny thing. We had 6 of us, and we're sitting on this side, Jaafar and Jimmy and Divine Stevens. And so I'm sitting here across from Jaafar, and we start getting into travel.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about our travel about over to Europe and Nice and Cannes and all these places. But for me, it was an immediate connection on just, he was living a bigger life. He had bigger dreams. He loved to travel. Those are things that I love to do. I love to go into societies. I love to, when I go travel, I don't go try to find more Americans. I try to go get locals, and I try to just inject myself into that culture.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had some really good conversations about that. And then I learned he's a golfer. I'm a huge golfer. And so we got out there and played.
Yeah.
I'll travel with you, but we ain't doing golf. I'm a great turf hacker. I'm just horrible. But anyways, so you it's a relationship that wasn't even about business, is what I'm hearing.
For me, it wasn't. It was getting to, I've come to the point in my life that I only work with people that I like and that I want to do business with, and that are bringing something in a positive way. If you're a negative person, you want to gossip and drama, I don't even have the time for it.
Yeah.
And
well,
so,
that's why we connected, is because of Cheryl Snap Connor. Peace in, peace out. Love you.
Love Cheryl.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So we're creating this bandwidth of planetary positive people.
It's energy,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think if you can feel somebody's energy. Somebody told me one day, I was getting onto a plane. I'm about to sit down, and a lady goes, "I see colors coming off you." And I'm thinking, oh my God, this girl just smoked some crazy stuff. But she was this chakra, this Reiki chakra.
Wow.
And we're sitting there, and she gets into, everybody has an energy that goes out about 8 feet. Have you ever wondered why you walk into a room and somebody goes, "Wow, I like that person," or why does somebody go, "I don't really like that person, I'm not going to talk to him"? How can you say that? You haven't even talked to him. And I felt like, connecting and sitting down and having lunch, there was an immediate connection of, hey, there's something bigger that we're going to do together.
That's so beautiful.
Felt
That's
that
so
too.
beautiful. You felt that too.
Yeah.
So what is it that you want to do with your music?
I want to tell amazing stories and entertain people through my music, bring people together, and bring awareness to things that are going on around the world, like poverty and starvation, and just help as many people as I can.
And end that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What makes you happy? When do you feel happy? What are you doing? What are you seeing?
I feel happy when I travel. I feel happy when I write music and when I perform.
Mm-hmm. You're in that energy zone.
Yeah,
that
a lot of
high
things that make me
vibrating.
happy.
Yeah. That's beautiful. It's obvious, right? I feel it from here.
That's right.
That's right.
He's got colors.
That's right. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. I
colorful
had
in
an
here.
aura picture taken. I had like gold and purple and stuff. So it's
wow.
kind
So
of cool.
cool.
Yeah. They did see a little dark blue by my ears, because they said dark blue is, I'm audio clarion. I hear the voice of that, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But there's little white pieces. And I go, "What's that mean?" They go, "Well, you don't always listen." So, busted.
Yeah.
Busted.
Oops. Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So Eric, you're tokenizing. So for those of you who don't understand that, why don't you explain using Jaafar as an example?
Absolutely. So NASGO is a decentralized platform. And so what that means is the people in our whole community, they provide the power. So if people think about a website needs to be powered by hosting, and that's centralized. It's HostGator, it's GoDaddy, it's whatever you use as hosting. So in this platform, we can create assets. And so a token is just purely an asset. It's something where it's customized, and it's something that has a finite number to it, and it's something that is used on the network. And so a token makes it to where people, when they get a token, you can even equate it to, an American Airlines loyalty point. So think of a loyalty point.
Delta.
Or we'll do Delta. Delta, love Delta. Delta loyalty point. It'd be a loyalty token.
Okay.
The only difference is you don't own those Delta loyalty points. They do. They just, they go away at the end of the year, or if they want to change something, you just have to go with it.
Right.
Where with Jaafar and his Jusic token, he owns those. But when somebody does if let's say on his album, traditionally he would need to go to a record label.
Correct.
They would upfront him the money, and basically from that point they own him. They own his name. They own all of the rights to him. So he goes and creates an album. He might want to go this way creatively, and they say, no, it's too much like Michael, or that's too much like that guy, or that's too much like Bruno Mars. But it doesn't matter. They control it. And so then it comes out, and now you've got all of the, middleman, producer, all of the
managers,
all the people that
have a piece of
it. By the time it gets back to Jaafar, and timing wise, 6 months, a year later, when he gets paid, it's peanuts. It's nothing.
Yeah.
And so it's very hard for an artist to survive unless you just, come out of the gate and sold millions and millions and millions of albums.
Right.
So we wanted to create something, Jaafar is the content creator. So let's keep him in control of that and where he wants to take the album. If we weren't in alignment, it wasn't a right fit. I feel like giving him total control, let him manage that in that creative process. But now we go directly to the community to raise the funds like a crowdfunding.
Right.
That basically he gets to the money up front to do the album, totally be in control. And these people that hold his tokens, now when the album's launched, they get first access. They also can use those tokens. So we've been talking about custom experiences. So for instance, a lot of people would love to go into the studio and watch Jaafar, perform and record Hurricane.
Yeah.
Hey, how cool would that be? Sitting here watching him.
Right.
So let's say that's 500 Jusic tokens to do that. And so those tokens they got up front at a discounted rate, they now can use those for purchase these experiences, VIP events, ringtones, all those things that Jaafar, they kind of pre-bought that Jaafar now can use to provide to them experiences that they can use those for.
Yeah. So it's energy. It's a representative of energy of support on one side, right? They're with the crowdfunding side of it. We believe in you. We love your music. We want to see what's next. We want to hear what's next, and we want to spend time with you. And then you are rewarding that loyalty with first access. Did I understand that?
100%.
Okay.
And
cool.
that loyalty, it also Jaafar can say, hey, share my music, and I'd like to give you another token. Like it's an ecosystem that bridges the gap between an artist and his community without the middleman sitting there going, hey, you can't talk to them. We own them. You got to go through me.
Right.
Now the artist can go directly to the community and say, hey, I'm coming out with my album. They say, I want to be a part of your album. I want to buy your tokens.
Yeah.
Hold your tokens. That's your money to go and do the album.
Yeah.
Now, when you're ready to come out with the album, I can use the tokens, get the album. I can use the tokens for future services. So it's this cyclical environment that makes it to where they are loyalty. They're incentivized to go share his music and to care about him all the way through his journey.
Beautiful. So your reactions to all of that, I mean, you're nodding and you're smiling. So obviously you like it and you signed up for it. So, but your side of the story?
I'm very excited because it also creates a bond between myself and the fans, the community, with these experiences that I will create. They get to come to the I won't say all of them yet. I have a lot of ideas.
Yeah, I'm
these,
sure.
these are, these
Yeah,
are
I have
being
some-
released.
I have some great ideas for experiences that they'll love.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to have that bond and just all be together. And I look forward to that.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. How do you feel about kind of losing your privacy? I mean, that's something that all artists have to, it's part of the terrain. Because you don't quite seem like me, who's very shy. Remember the sarcasm?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we noticed it.
Yeah, yeah. So you seem like a, more introvert, and I don't mean a shy person. Introverts get energy from being on their own, whereas extroverts get it from being with a lot of people. So you seem more introverted, and this venture now, I mean, your uncle also seemed comfortable and uncomfortable with it. How do you feel about all of that?
I've always liked having time alone to go on. I like going to high in the mountains and just sitting, meditating. I love meditating. I read a lot of books, and I just love.
Did you read mine yet?
Not yet.
Oh, wrong answer. You're supposed to say
Yeah,
yes,
yes.
and I put a
I don't
review
lie.
on
I don't
Amazon.
lie. That's on my list.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Top of the list.
Thank you, Eric.
I love learning, so I do that as much as I can. But I also love being around family. So I'm not always alone. I have a small group of people I trust, and because in this world, you have to be careful if people are trying to take advantage of you, and growing up, my family has taught me that because they've seen it all. So I have a pretty good eye for that.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that I'm surrounded by people that I can trust.
Awesome. That's awesome. And I'm getting the signal from my sound engineer. It is time to thank the sponsors who make this show possible. So we will be back in 2 and 2 with Jaafar Jackson, Eric Tippett, and take my advice. I'm not using it. Peace in, peace out. We'll be back in 2. Are you tired of being tired? Are you ready for more balance in your life? Then come to the beach and work with Dr. Marissa, motivational speaker, author, organizational psychologist, and host of the 2016 Podcast of the Year Top 10 in Health award-winning show, Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa. If you are ready to choose more hope and happiness, no matter what's happening around you, then go to www.drmarissa.tv today. Want to wrap up your holiday shopping in one stop? Come to Timeless Treasures Boutiques December 6th through 9th and 13th through 22nd at the 6905 Warner Avenue location in Huntington Beach for unique, personalized gifts for everyone on your list. Free parking, admission, coffee, and access to over 100 artisans with unique and affordable arts and crafts for your home or gifting. More at timelesstreasuresboutiques.com. And we are back. You are tuned into Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa every Tuesday at naturally high noon out of the Sunset Gower Studios, where Scandal and Murder, She Wrote are filmed in Hollywood, California. And then with United Broadcasting Network, and then every Saturday at 2 p.m. on my syndicated CNBC, NBC News radio channel, KCAA, and everywhere on iHeartRadio. And today we have 2 very special, wonderful, high vibrating energy people in my studio. I have Eric Tippett, the co-founder of NASGO, who is tokenizing some fabulous artists, and the number 1 artist right now is also, I am his, I don't know, number 1 fan, because you got some serious fans, but I'm definitely at the top in that crowd. Jaafar Jackson, the second youngest son of the amazing Jermaine Jackson, who on his own is a wonderful artist and very, very wonderful a guide for his son, and the nephew of Michael Jackson, King of Pop. So Jaafar, who would you say influenced your music besides obviously your uncle and your dad? Who else sort of do you love listening to?
I grew up listening to a lot of Stevie Wonder, Earth, Wind and Fire, Johnny Mathis, Sam Cooke, a lot of Motown music. And today's artists, I listen to a lot of Bruno Mars, Childish Gambino, Pharrell, Kanye West. There's a lot of artists that I like listening to. I listen to a lot of music, a lot of film scores. I love that.
Yeah. The bigness of that.
Yeah,
Isn't
very
that
cinematic.
Yeah. So do you have, like I talk about in the book that you're going to read, a voice that sometimes criticizes us or keeps us sort of down or keeps us doubting ourselves? Do you have that critical voice in your head, and how do you deal with it?
Critical voice. Well, when it comes to, you're saying with music?
With
Or
anything.
With anything?
Like, let's say
Life.
you wake up or a deal that you thought was going to go through, somebody passed on, or a fan says something really mean, or something, or your dad's a little more perfectionistic than you wanted him to be about something that you had just performed.
Yeah.
In those cases, how do you deal with that voice that says, see, you're really not all that, or, you're not as good as you think you are, or you're not as good as somebody who says you that voice. Do you have that voice?
I have a voice, but I can't stop believing in yourself. So I always just sit down if I'm stressed or overwhelmed, just sit down and close my eyes, meditate, and deal with my own thoughts, and just that calms me down.
I did not pay him to say that, by the way. Beautiful.
Yeah.
What do people MSU about you that is not true? So MSU is Making Shiitake Up University. So what assumptions do people make about you that are not true?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Ooh, I like that. It's like you stumped me.
Yeah. I'm known for that. I love that. I don't mean to stump you. You should see my interview with John Travolta. It's pretty funny.
I'd say, well, it would have to be with music and my voice singing. How it's very relatable to my family, in particular my Uncle Michael. They say I try and sound like him or certain other family members. But if you listen to all my cousins or we all have a similar tone. So there's no running away from that when we sing. It's a gift that we've all embraced, and it's within the family. So, and I've always been told to never get on yourself about it, and to take control of it and share your gift with the world. If you feel happy and if it makes you happy, share it.
I just got chills.
I know.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
might have been a good question, but that was a better answer.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
So if you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
3 wishes.
Yeah. You're like Miss Universe questions now. Since that was
3 wishes.
Yeah.
1. That's hard. That's really hard. Okay. 1 wish, I'd say for the whole world to be more aware of things that are going on, as far as, like I said earlier, starvation, poverty, and to everyone get together and help each other. That. And for my music to really connect with people and to make them happy and interested and entertain them, have fun.
Beautiful.
1 more.
Yeah, you get 1 more.
3rd wish is
To have-
that I have 1,000 more wishes.
That's a good one.
I have so
That's
many
a good
more
one.
wishes.
Yes. So we'll let you have that one.
And to always, I'd say for myself, just to, it's hard to pick 1 more. To, I guess, to always be healthy and happy.
Yes.
That's
I
great.
love it.
I love it.
Healthy.
I love it too.
Yeah,
I love it too.
very important.
So let's go back to social impact. Eric, you mentioned that that's something you both have in common.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Passionate. Yeah, we were just just went to the New York Stock Exchange, and we were on there, and then in the morning, and then in the afternoon, we went to the Global Social Impact Summit at the UN, United Nations buildings, and talking about these were 300 of the top social impact representatives from the media, from movements, missions around the world, and everybody discussing how to raise the level of consciousness, of awareness, of social impact. And we mentioned, you've got influencers in the world that the more power you have, the more responsibility you have.
Mm.
And that's something I get excited about, and I get kind of bummed about, of how some people are using that power.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
could be
Abusing.
abusing that
Mhm.
power.
Mhm.
And there's so much good they could do. And so we were discussing that our blockchain platform, it produces, I won't get all techie on you
Yeah.
guys, but it has built into the code that every 17 minutes it donates to a charity.
Ah.
So we actually, from the very beginning, once you build your code, it's locked. Like, that's what it is.
Mhm.
And so we built that from the beginning, just because that's, a passion of ours. And so it's fun with Jaafar when we start talking about, what things do you want to do
Yeah.
when you tokenize, when you have control,
Right.
when you can make a difference. And it was really a funny thing. I didn't lead it anywhere. I just kind of asked the question.
Right.
And to have him lead it to, I want to help more people.
Yes.
With my token, I want to make it to where I can connect to my audience, but I want to help more people in the world. That was like, oh man, we got it. This is a connection.
Totally.
And so we hugged after that. And I was like, okay, man, love you.
Yeah.
But this is through his Jusic token and being on our blockchain. It's something that he now has the ability to donate every 17 minutes with his token.
That's awesome.
And so for me, this is
Win-win.
so much. Yeah, it's a win-win-win.
Mhm. Win-win-win. Yeah. On
It's
steroids.
so much bigger than just, hey, we're going to create an album.
Yeah.
This is creating a movement.
Yeah.
It's creating a mission that we're all a part of it.
Yeah.
It's serving the world.
Yes.
It's serving the world not only in helping with hunger and poverty, but also in serving them with experiences and emotions and connections with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. That is so awesome. So both of you get Dr. Marissa's Beneficial Presence on the Planet Award.
Wow.
Not all of my guests get that. And we are at the end of the show. I'm going to get the signal in a second. First, I forgot to make your wishes come true. So just close your eyes for a second. Take a deep breath in through your nose and releasing through the mouth, and open your eyes. So all your wishes just came true, and they're all in the vortex, and you're going to just see them unfold as we move on through your life and ours. Who are you and what are you most grateful for? That's a question that I ask all my guests at the end. So we'll start with you, Eric. Who and what are you most grateful for?
My parents.
And I got to meet them.
Definitely. And I hope you saw, their reflection. I think everybody grows up with a window.
Yeah.
And your parents, paint that window.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of experiences. They're amazing people. They taught me to dream big and always believe in myself and read.
Yeah.
You asked earlier, does your mind get in the way?
Yeah.
And I'll tell all your listeners, you have to invest in yourself.
Mhm.
If you don't nourish your brain with positive and abundant and things that you want, and you're just constantly in the now of all the negative, it's never going to happen for you.
Yeah.
And so that's a major thing. My parents believed in me. They taught me to educate myself, invest in myself, and dream big.
That's
dream
beautiful.
big, start small.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Jaafar?
I'd honestly have to say the same. My family and my parents, they've been there through everything. When I need help with music or social things and anything that comes to mind, they've always been there and guided me the right way.
That's
So I'm very
beautiful.
thankful for that.
That's beautiful.
They were there to spank you when you were
Uh,
being
When
bad.
I was bad too, yeah. Definitely.
Well, I am just so grateful to have both of you here. That's my number one gratitude right now. I'm so grateful that technology will capture this. We'll replay it on my CNBC channel, and then we'll be on YouTube for everyone to enjoy. I wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Most joy, peace, and prosperity ever, limitless abundance, and just to have that love for who you are and whose you are and how you're doing it. And through your song, I do wish that for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Really appreciate
absolutely.
it.
Love
All
it.
right.
Thank you so much.
That's it. Jafar Jackson and Eric Tippett's on my show, and they're going to just sit there for a second while I close out. Welcome to my balance bar, which is how I want you to balance a little bit more with me. I have 2 Asian Oprah giveaways today. The first is tickets, free tickets. And wow. Every time I do Throwback Thursday, I'm like, I almost wish I could do it So watching what I predicted for him, what I wished for him, Jafar, for like, look, he's Michael in the biopic that everybody is really looking forward to, and the fact that he is working like crazy to make this this feature, about his uncle, and like not just singing, dancing, speaking as his uncle. That's a giant project that I'm almost positive that wasn't in the works when we spoke, when I interviewed him. He was literally just starting seriously singing, and not aspiring to the golf anymore. I'm sure he still plays. I actually met his cousin at an event that I was emceeing at, and now, of course, the access is. I didn't even try to contact him because between his working very hard and diligently on his role, as well, I'm sure Lionsgate has some pretty strict, as his cousin said, strict, what is it called? Features on access. But if he actually does end up hearing this, I did tell his cousin as well, please let him know how much I continue to be one of his number one fans. And I'm so delighted that he has continued and continues to fulfill his dreams and hopes and desires, as everyone can. I'm still holding that belief. I'm grateful myself. Let's do breakfast. I do breakfast at the end of the show instead of the beginning when we do Throwback Thursdays, because I want to make sure that you see the entire interview that is on Throwback Thursday. So, wow, I'm getting emotional myself, because I've been in this a long time, and I'm really grateful that I've had the privilege and the honor and the fortune and the access to incredible people. And Jafar Jackson, just the way that when we first met on the red carpet, there was this, that feeling, and we connected there. And thanks to him and Eric being able to interview him and to have that just fun conversation. So if you missed it, that's okay. As I said at the end, I didn't know I would still be doing this back then. That was 2017. So what's that? 8 years ago? Ah, lucky 8. That I'm still doing this and just watching myself in action. And I'll save that for the bottom of the bun. But I want you to join me now to have breakfast. Top of the bun of my gratitude sandwich is, what am I grateful for outside of myself? And then before bed tonight, I want you to do the appreciation and gratitude inside of yourself. What do you like about yourself? And that's how I start every weekday morning. I was only on once a week. That at that time, I was broadcasting out of the Sunset Gower studios with UBN, and then it would go to my NBC News Radio channel, KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind, home to the Asian Oprah, number one talk in the IE. Thank you very much. And now I'm every weekday morning, and that started right at the beginning of COVID. I got a call from my station owner, Fred Lundgren, out in Texas, and he said, morning host is retiring. Do you want the morning show? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Of course I would love it. And so I did a little adjustment, host producer once a week. And I was drive time. I went from Tuesday mornings to drive time, which is a nice coveted spot on Fridays. And then going from one show a week to 5 shows a week is a little bit of a jump. So that was the adjustment. I wanted to quit every day. Let's just go back to once a week. This is like too much work. But I'm really grateful that I continued that throughout since I guess that was 2019, 2020. So it's been 5 years of full time, Monday through Friday, 710 consecutive weeks, 1,533 podcast shows, and on my YouTube TV channel live every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and 4.2 million impressions later here. And then going over to the other major platforms, NBC News Radio channel, KCAA, where I'm back at my 8 a.m. Drive time work slot that I love as well. So I can get at you before you get to work, so that I can encourage you to have the best day ever by having breakfast with me, and then not talking about headlines at all, which gives you the 4A, anxious, afraid, angry, and aggravated. But yeah, that's been a while, 13 and a half years. They said I wouldn't last a year. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that my guest, Jaafar Jackson's desires are manifesting. And I told him his wishes were coming true. And hello. I'm not going to take credit, or maybe just a little bit, maybe a 1%. But I'm so delighted. Just to be able to listen to that interview, watch that interview. I appreciate that I have 88% of the time lost my critical voice, that I used to not be able to watch my old interviews because I was so hard on myself and so, oh, you shouldn't have said that, or you should have said this, or you forgot about that. And ooh, that was a cringe moment, and da-da-da-da-da. And that made it very difficult to watch any of my past shows, to present day #Throwback Thursday series, and getting to watch myself this whole interview with Jaafar Jackson, which, by the way, is on my YouTube TV channel. It is, I think, one of the top 10, if not the top 20 watched of my 1,800 videos. The show videos are 1,500, and then I've got my red carpet playlist with interviews on the carpet, Halle Berry, John Travolta, and then I've got singing videos and nature videos and dolphin videos. So on the channel, his interview is, I could probably check that right now. No, focus. I'll check that later and get back to you. But it's just really, really delightful to, watch. First, I'm not shitting on myself when I'm watching, and I'm actually going, that was a good question. And when he said that was a good question, it's like, I can say, that was a good question. And sort of like, oh, that, I guess that's me. It looks like me, sounds like me. And actually, instead of criticizing myself, giving myself a yay, you, which I want y'all to do more often, because we're so hard on ourselves. We're so, our own worst critic. I want you to be your best friend and your biggest fan, because that is how you get to claim your birthright of happiness 88% of the time. So many of us, mental health it's great that we're talking about it, but there still is a little tendency to look outside of ourselves for that approval, that attaboy. And I'll tell you, there is nothing more powerful for yourself than to choose to like yourself 88% of the time. And when you do, that allows you to live a life that is beyond your wildest dreams, that is going up. #UP, #unlimited possibilities. So I truly am grateful for the show, for my my interviews, for the great guests like Jaafar Jackson and Eric Tippett, for the access that I have, the reputation I have. Not talking about headlines, but talking about heartlines. What else? I am grateful that, there's just so much to be grateful for. I'm grateful. I got a call from my daughter. She's coming down for an interview, so I get to see her. I'm grateful that don't tell. Well, they don't watch the show, but I got them. This is a what caught. What are the chances of that? How do you go shopping, Christmas shopping, to get them something? And I see a Kate Spade necklace, and their initial necklaces, and there's only 2 of them there. And guess what they were? They were my daughters C, Chloe, and S, Sarah. Only 2 necklaces. So I love the magic in my life. Last, gratitude turn inwards, or appreciation. I appreciate my ability to love my life. I live in gratitude. I live in appreciation. And the more I do it, the more great things happen. And that's the law of attraction at work. I'm so, so happy that you were here to enjoy this. And if you missed it, no worries. Just go free subscribe to my YouTube TV channel and enjoy. Because it's all about balance, peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace. Tomorrow, Straight Talk with my co-host, James Hawthorne. We're going to continue our dating talks. My swiper, no swipe. Swiper, no swiping. It's going to be a fun time. So join me again tomorrow live on my YouTube TV channel at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And in the meantime, go and have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow.
Take back your life.